Hey man, what y'all doing?
Oh,
Y'all know y'all. I know y'all
oh,
missed us. Well, you missed me because
oh,
Maceo been on it. He always on.
oh!
He always doing this thing.
Look who
He's
back!
always doing this thing.
Look who back!
Ah, after my little time away, I got tired of hearing the other sports. We back, man. It's your boy EGlaze. That's my guy Heard. It's the Crush. We still the Dopest Sports Show on radio. We know y'all vibing with
Period.
it. We can see you.
Period.
We can see you. Man, Maceo, how you been, brother?
Listen, brother. Let me tell you something. Everybody, listen. Love life. Love life, man. Hey, you never know. But in the meantime, if you get blessed with that 24, live it to the fullest, baby. That's how we coming, dog. But welcome back to you, Emmanuel Glaze. My dog, listen, the streets have been buzzing. I hit a couple of spots today. Everybody like, Glaze back on air today. I say, yeah, man, we back in the building, baby. We back in the building.
Hey, man, I had to refresh the mind,
No
bring
doubt,
it
no
back.
doubt,
Because
no
I ain't
doubt.
want to be, I know you always on your sharpness, so I had to get on mine too, bro. So I said, let me get myself back together. We back, man. We doing this. We're going to be back strong. You're going to see us all over the place, man. But, man, so we got to get these hot topics going, man. So what you got? You want to start it or you want me to
So
start it
man,
off,
let me
man?
start it off because hey, we got to make sure the mind's sharp. You know what I'm saying? We got to get you going. So Emmanuel Glaze, our guy, Cameron Jarrell Newton, he put out a manifesto the other day. He named all of the quarterbacks that he would back up in the NFL. And what's crazy about this is I still don't understand why he has to do things like this. I don't understand it, but he wanted to make it clear he has no problem being a backup. But pretty much the names he listed pretty much were all black guys and all elite guys that are at the quarterback position. As we know, he mentioned before he did his pro day, he don't understand how these randoms keep getting these jobs. Emmanuel Glaze, when you saw Cam Newton made his manifesto on the quarterbacks he would back up, what was your thought process, Emmanuel Glaze?
It took me back to that recent shot in Florida when all those owners and coaches were together. You see how many of us was in that photo?
Yeah.
It was like two of us in a group of GMs and coaches. So Cam, who you trying to do this for? For them or for us? Because you know we got love for you. But Cam, look, man, you almost talked your way out the league. I don't know if you can talk your way back in the league. They still got questions on an arm. I applaud you for going out there and trying to do the pro day. But Cam, these guys have moved on. They see the Lamar's, what's going on with him. They want younger. They saw, and how we say, film don't lie, bro. The last few years of
Eye in the
your
sky,
film were
baby.
terrible,
Eye in the
man.
sky.
And now you talking about come back, what, 2 years he's been gone, man? It's a year and a half, 2 years.
Yeah. Yeah.
And now you want to come back in and you can be, now you want to be a backup. Okay, now you want to be backup. All I said this, man, it's Cam's our guy. Appreciate Cam, but talking ain't gonna do it. I know you can talk. It's what you do behind them closed doors. How you negotiate behind the closed doors. We're too much in this new 2023 way where we can go to social media and put all this out thinking that we don't get a job. It don't work that way, man. People want professionals, especially in your 30s. They
Right.
want a professional who's gonna come in and represent the NFL.
Yeah.
Nobody, Maceo been telling them this for 9 years. Nobody's bigger than the Shield. And when you got to make sure you represent the Shield right. And if you don't, the Shield don't need you, especially if you ain't a winning guy. If you
Right.
weren't winning a lot of games at the end of your career,
Yeah.
so they're not pressed to bring you back, bro. Yeah, you might say you better than all them, but NFL is about business, man. This ain't personal. This is a business. Who makes our business better? And right now, Cam, that ain't a lot of these guys don't think it's you.
Yeah. And it's crazy, Glaze, because never in the history of pro days have we seen an established guy go back to a college campus, his college campus, and actually try to throw for NFL scouts. And I know they tried to spin it to where, okay, he's throwing for his brother, because he wanted his brother to get as many looks as possible. But dude, you're there. You still have it. you just said it, and I couldn't say it clearer. When the NFL moves on, we've seen time and time again guys who we always say, hey, sometimes guys think, well, the league, when I stop playing, the league gonna be done. No, they moved on from Joe Montana. They moved on from Steve Young. They moved on from Brett Favre. Like, they get ready to move on from Tom Brady. Like, this is a machine, and if you don't understand the billions of dollars, the TV deals, one thing about the NFL, they don't care who line up, because they always have a next guy. Pat Mahomes is the it guy right now, and Pat Mahomes ain't even 30 yet. So Pat Mahomes is going to carry the league until some of these other jits decide that they're going to really learn how to play the position. So, we love Cam is our guy.
One of the good guys, man.
The NFL moves on, and I hate that he has to do this, because really and truly, we know this. If it was a spot for him in the NFL, he would be there. So, I mean, it is what it is.
Mentioned it. You just talked about moving on. How many quarterbacks will be drafted in the top 10 this year, Mason?
Dude, we're gonna get 4 to 5. We're gonna get 4 to 5. We're gonna get CJ Stroud. We're gonna get Bryce Young. We're gonna get Anthony Richardson. We're going to get Will Levis, and then one of them other guys are gonna probably sneak in there, because the NFL, we keep talking about this. Quarterback, protect the quarterback, go get the quarterback. Those are the 3 positions that will continuously, unless your name Lamar Jackson and you don't have an agent, those are the guys who are going to continuously get paid in this league. So, I mean, it is what it is.
And how many of those guys you just mentioned are mobile, strong-arm quarterbacks?
Yeah. All 4 of those guys.
In early 20s. Cam is close to in 30. So, Cam, you might can possess all this. We've seen it, but we saw at the end you didn't have that arm strength anymore. We got younger guys who can run 4.5s,
right,
4.6, who can throw bombs, and so they're mobile too. So we hear you, bro, but we got talent. You're replaceable, man.
Yeah.
You're not Beyonce. You're not irreplaceable. You're replaceable, man. We can get rid of you and come back with somebody else. Miss Bostic entrepreneur said, well, T.O. wasn't a quarterback, but T.O. was too right. So too right. And my question to you just brought him up, make sure we're going to keep it in the NFL, bro. This Lamar Jackson thing, man. And now we got people all over the nation talking about how crazy the Falcons were for not bringing him in and paying him all kind of money, Maceo. So now everybody on this Lamar, I think he's a great guy, but I've always been told one thing. We don't see him every day. And to me, something just ain't clicking with this whole Lamar Jackson thing. Something in there is telling me, remember when Donovan McNabb was at the end of his Philly, everybody thought he was going to make all this money, and Philly was like, nah, we good. And he moved on, and we were like, dang, they let Donovan go?
Not only did they let him go, they let him go in the division. Yeah, Redskins take him.
Right.
Take him.
What are your thoughts? I know you talk about this a lot, about what's going on with Lamar, if I say Donovan, and his thoughts about playing on another team and getting the money that he's want. He's already firing agents. He's doing everything he can.
Yeah.
But what do you think he's going to be able to do, man?
So the crazy part about this, and we've talked about this a lot. I continue to beat this drum. When the last CBA agreement, the players should have been fighting more and more to get rid of this franchise tag. As long as the franchise tag is in the NFL, players have no leverage. I mean, they just don't. And then to make matters worse, Lamar Jackson doesn't even have an agency. This has become so personal because the team doesn't have, it's not a buffer between Lamar and the and the organization. See, when you got an agent, the team talks to the agent internalizes and processes all the information that's given, and then they give it to you in a way where you don't take it the way that Lamar's taking it right now. But as long as you don't have an agent, you're gonna have to deal with, hey, listen, we don't think you're worth the market. And please don't get me wrong, everybody. I'm a Lamar guy. But what the Cleveland Browns did in signing Deshaun Watson just put the market out of whack. And so what the owners, everybody have to remember, and I know y'all don't remember this, but the owners basically all but cussed out the Cleveland Browns. Why would you do this with all these young guns getting ready to come up? If you guarantee Deshaun money, who coming off charges and all of this stuff, y'all making it hard for the Joe Burrows, like, because Joe Burrow gonna say, hey, I'm 24, I'm 25, I deserve 240 million guaranteed. And then you got all these other young guns who, because all of them coming down the pipe, they gonna say, well, yeah, I need 250, I need 260. And listen, Lamar is more accomplished than Deshaun, no doubt about it, no doubt about it. But because the Cleveland Browns did what they did, you just had no. This was, you and I talked about this last year. It's going to be hard because no team is going to give anybody a guarantee contract. Listen, if Pat Mahomes don't have a guaranteed contract, nobody's getting a guaranteed contract. In Cleveland, basically, they effed up the market. Emmanuel Glaze, in so many words, they effed up the market, and now Lamar's sitting here, and the Ravens say, you know what, Lamar, go see what the market's gonna get, because they know that all the owners got together and say, listen, we're giving nobody guaranteed contracts. Nobody. Now, again, you can go sign a 12-year, $500 million deal, but only 180 of it, maybe 200 million of it is guaranteed. We know that. We know that. So Lamar's in this thing where whatever somebody offers Lamar, they gonna match it, because they've built the organization around Lamar Jackson and his skill set.
Yeah.
So Lamar, you're stuck for at least 2 years. It's nothing you can do, my dog. Nothing.
I think the big thing you just talked about, man, Cleveland did mess up the market, because not only about the money part, but that guarantee part just really threw everything off. And Lamar, like you said, now if you are that guy, you got to go out there and show that you can get that type of money from another team. And no team is going to pay that, man, because that's mortgaging. I heard all this about why don't you just go pay Lamar all this for the Falcons. Falcons had so many holes that Lamar would have been hurt by week 6. He would have been in injury, man. He would have been hurt by week 6.
Right.
Because we have no line to protect them. Our receivers, they're getting better, but, you got Pitts coming off of injury. So to put that type of money in a guy, like Cleveland was crazy. I don't know Deshaun from Georgia. He's a homeboy, that's all. But to not have anything, to only be able to play 10 games, and that desperation move, it was, I'm not counting anybody's pocket, but it's just the fact that you put so much faith in one guy. Right. Your whole team got holes in it, man. And that's, you're not going to win like that when you got a Cincinnati in your division. You got a Buffalo that's looking great. You put all your faith in one guy. Now, if Lamar can do that, where's Race the recording from? Wearing a tie. Corey, he had to cancel things today. Corey, he had to shake it up for y'all a little bit.
Corey, I was on program today, and listen, everybody, I wear more than Nike t-shirts and hoodies every day. Yeah, I have a whole closet full of clothes.
I feel underdressed right now. I ain't know. I ain't understand, Maester. I didn't get the
clothes.
My bad.
People act like they never seen me in nothing other than a hoodie. What's wrong with these people?
But make sure all your avatar do have you in tank top sweating, so that may be what they got going on.
Y'all don't know me. See what I'm trying to tell you? Y'all don't know me. But Glay, I do want to bring this point up real quick. See, and when we talk about the guarantee currency, people don't understand this. When the Cleveland Browns signed when they signed Deshaun to the $230 million guaranteed deal, they have to put that whole $230 million in escrow. That money has to be sitting there to ensure that owners don't have time to do that. Even though these guys are billionaires, to have to sit $230 million in this little spot. Well, I can't do nothing with it. I can't, it has to sit in escrow and it has to do what it do. They can't make no other moves. That the Haslam family, listen, the Haslam, y'all. So again, we have to educate y'all. That's what we do. The Haslam own, when y'all on the road, they own all these Love truck stops and all. That's where all their money come from.
Right.
Do y'all think that them folk really want to put $230 million away that they can't touch? They be wanting to move. Like, I mean, Mr. Haslam might want to go to Vegas one weekend and just blow $2 million. That $2 million he can't touch because it belongs to the Sean.
That's all the Sean, guaranteed. Roll to the stone.
It's his. So EGlaze teams are not listen. Do we think Lamar is worth more than Deshaun Watson? We do. We on record as saying that. But the market and ownership and just the way the league set up, again, if Pat Mahomes ain't got fully guaranteed money, nobody deserves fully guaranteed money. It is what it is.
Yeah,
it is what it is.
It is what it is. What you got for us next, Maceo?
My next one for you, Glaze. And this is your guy. This is your guy. But the LA Lakers and LeBron James and Anthony Davis, they are 0-11 against the Clippers as the Clippers send them into the play-in game after last night's I'm not gonna say it was a thrashing, but Kawhi with no Paul George, him and old Russ, they send LeBron to the play-in game. Emmanuel Glaze, explain to me what the Lakers are doing. Help me out.
This is the most confusing team in the NBA outside of the Hawks because I guess I watch both of them. You know what I'm saying? This team, between injuries and talent, they did a big shakeup this year. The Clippers just got they number, but I can't. I'm glad you brought up the Lakers. I looked at them yesterday. I saw they came back a little bit. A lot of young talent, but they still confuse me. I don't know if it matches. LeBron is legitimately 38 years old. He look like me and feel like me when I get up sometimes. He still can move, but he ain't moving for 48 minutes like that no more. You can't put those big time minutes on him. Right. Anthony Davis, you see, if I'm Anthony Davis, Maceo, I'll be sitting there looking at all these guys the same position or better as him, 6'11" and plus. Everybody getting MVPs except me. When it's gonna hit him, man? I'm like, you get old, AD. You 75 greatest players and all that, but Embiid's gonna win this year unless they cheat him. You've seen Jokic win. You've seen Giannis win. Ain't you supposed to be one of the best big men in the league? Yeah, okay. And you see what they brought these young guys in. This team is they're dangerously, but they are also sometimes they kind of just don't. It's unfortunately, even though he is 30, they count a lot on LeBron, which is not good. It should be AD's team. Yeah. But like somebody told me the other day, we don't know when AD gonna play. He might go out there. He's always, when he take a jump shot, he dunks, he lays up. You go, he landed good. He landed good. He was
a game time decision yesterday, Glaze. Him and LeBron were game time decisions yesterday.
And I'm sitting there like, this team is dangerous, but they ain't played together all year. They only played a few games together. They talking about they played a back-to-back. They were tired. I'm like, yo. And the Clippers, on the other hand, I don't know. Maybe Kawhi's plan gonna work this year. He ain't played for 10 games this year. So maybe
15. Maybe 15. Help him out. Maybe 15.
Paul George is taking a hit break. Maybe it all hits at the same time, Maceo, when they get in the playoff. They all play together. And Russ looks like Russ. The LA, both teams are confusing to me. I think they both can make good runs, you know what I'm saying, in the West. But then again, they could be out in one series. So it's confusing, man. I don't know, man. I was watching the game yesterday, like, I don't know what I'm watching right now. What's the guy, Zubiak, was balling his tail off his ceiling. Like, really? This guy?
Yeah, dude.
Zubac or whatever, man.
Glaze, I felt the same way because I'm sitting there like, first of all, I didn't know the Clippers had won 10 games in a row against the Lakers. I didn't know that. I'm gonna be honest with you. I did not know that. And I'm sitting here like, so you mean to tell me with all that's on the line in this game that LeBron and AD are game time decisions on back-to-backs? Like, I mean, come on. You're trying not to be in the play-in. Like, we cover a team that's right here in the A that's in the play-in. Your season could be one game, you could be done.
Strong.
So you mean to tell me the best player on the planet, the new generation's GOAT, you know what I'm saying? You mean to tell me he can't for one night put his team on his bike, not back, but bike, like they say down in Savannah in the backwoods of the Carolinas. He can't put him on his team on his bike. Y'all, come on, man. Like, come on. This y'all guy. This y'all, all of yous. This y'all guy.
But here's the thing, though, Mace, and you know, I ain't conspiracy theory, but you know what the 5 wins, right? You know who they get first round, right?
Yeah.
They get KD and Suns first round.
Right.
You get KD and the Suns for the first round as a 5. I ain't trying to be hating or conspiracy guy. Well, wait a minute. Do we really want to be 5?
Mama, there go that man. Mama, there go that man.
KD is back. They all back. The Suns looking good. So your 4-5 matchup is Clippers Suns, basically. Who you like in that with that, buddy?
So listen. And I'm on record. Y'all already know how I feel about Chris Paul. Y'all already know how I rock with CP3. Now, if CP3, KD, and what my light skin, Devin Booker. If Chris Paul can't get out the first round with them 2 guys, it just ain't meant to be.
Yep.
And you got DeAndre Ayton. Like the Clippers, I said Clippers. The Suns are quietly loaded. The Suns quietly a super what they call super team. If you just look at the roster. Now listen, I don't know what KD got in the tank. I don't know. He can't stay healthy. You know, he used to be the Slim Reaper. I mean, I don't know. I just don't know. But come on, Chris Paul. This your last hurrah, bro. If you can't win it with them 3 guys, it's just not gonna happen. Not gonna happen.
Yeah, man. Shout out to our people. Got some comments. CG Harris, like, hold on, man. You talking about AD? That's cool, but between George and Leonard, they are accident waiting to happen too. I mean, they are. I mean, especially Paul George. He done broke his ankle more than anybody I know.
Well, he know he ain't playing. We know he ain't playing no time soon.
Corey, you bring up a good point. In the play-in, the 7-18, at least get 2 chances. They lose the first one, they got to play the second game.
Yeah,
so there's a 2 chance to get in there.
Yeah, but I mean, why are you even in this situation, LeBron? Y'all listen. Y'all told me Lebanon James to go, and I'm rolling with y'all. Lebanon can't put these folk on his back.
Man, that back old, man. That back old as ours. I put mine on my back. I'm hurting, man. I'm hurting. And we're going to talk about the team for all you people in the ATL, man. You talking about being, you know, shout out to you, Maceo, myself, and Malik. We covered the Hawks damn near every game at home, 41 games. And I have to ask, man, what is this team right now? We had a firing mid-year. We got rid of McMillan, got Snyder in here. There's still some questions about who's the point guard, even though it's supposed to be Trey's team. A lot of fans, and we've heard talking about DeJounte now and what he's bringing to the team. We've been to every game. I see what I thought this team was going to be with that backcourt was not what I'm seeing.
Right.
They are ain't no question with them. They are an 8 seed. There's no going up. They ain't going down. They got one more game versus
facts.
They got Philly tomorrow. So Maceo, what are the Atlanta Hawks? What is this team?
So if you were going over to the Bluff, and you were looking for, you know what I'm saying, you try to get your weekend started. The Hawks aren't that loud pack. They that mid. They that Reggie Miller. They mid.
Oh,
It almost
ouch.
seems that and just follow me, Glaze, because you've seen this as well. And it's funny. Shout out to CL. CL asked me about this one day. It seemed after the run Trae Young made 2 years ago,
Mhm.
it just seemed like it's went in reverse. And you and I, we're there. We've witnessed how once upon a time Trae had a key to the city.
Yeah.
And he don't have that key anymore.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because you watch his warm up, you just watch a lot of, I mean, we see this stuff. And it's like the city, and this is what I keep telling everybody about this city. Y'all fun in this city. The city almost ready for Trae to move on. Once upon a time,
Yeah.
Trae was like must-see TV in the A.
Right.
All the rappers were out, like everybody was happy to see Trae. And it's almost now y'all come to see Ja Morant, y'all come to see Steph, y'all come to see y'all not here to see Trae. And I think Trae has started to understand, you know what? My time here may be up. Like we're witnessing it, and when I basically put, you know, I'm always every now and DeJounte is our best player, and he's our best player because he exerts energy on both ends of the floor. And whenever Trae dad has to make tweets about, hey, y'all keep talking, listen, my son play defense too.
Yeah.
Where? Where? Like, you think about just last couple of weeks, we gave a game to San Antonio. We've lost games. We have no reason losing these games with Trae. Like, y'all keep telling me Trae a superstar. How are we losing those type games, Glaze? I don't understand it.
You know what it feels like, Maceo? The one thing, and I don't want to question anybody's hunger, but when Trae came in, he had a hunger about him. It
Yeah.
was, I don't want to hear y'all screaming for the other fans, but I can tell you, we've been to big games all year. I went to that Golden State game. I was like, oh my God, what is going on around here? It feels like the game before. It felt like before he came.
It was
That's how
different.
it felt.
Yeah.
It's feeling like the crowds are coming. I can imagine tomorrow. I'm covering Philly tomorrow. Oh, it's gonna be East Coast all day
It's
tomorrow
gonna
up
be
there with the
it's gonna
Philly
be
fans.
Embiid heavy. It's gonna be Embiid
It's gonna
heavy.
be Philly. He about to win MVP too, or it's gonna be crowded and crazy. That's what's disappointing right now because the momentum we had when that New York series, that
Right.
run we had,
Right.
was so spectacular to see that. And what the Hawks got in the Johnson and Murray was we got a well coached player.
Yeah.
He went under Popovich. He came in ready to win. He understood the game. Popovich may not have the talent he used to, but he can make players star. Look at Kawhi, look at Murray, look at the guys who played under Popovich. And he came in ready to go. So that's why everybody was excited. You getting a guy that's coming from San Antonio to play with this squad. It's a whole bunch of the Capella thing. They still keeping him out there, good guy, all that. But the young kid's playing better at center than Capella. He should get more minutes. It's a whole lot about that. And to make a big coaching change in the middle of the season too, and expect Quinn to come in and change things for the better, it's still a problem. It still is not messing. I hope I'm wrong. I hope I go to the next few games and it's like, wow, this is the team from 2 years ago.
Yeah.
But I just don't see it sometimes. Like you said, they're battling games that they shouldn't be battling.
Yeah.
They got a lot of young talent that's coming off the bench, but it still feels like the one word that we talked about. And maybe when Vince left, we lost a lot of that. We lost leadership.
Dude,
We lost leadership.
Get out my head, Glaze. Because I've said that time and time again. The one thing this team is missing is an OG. Now, you and I got to witness it. The one thing that Vince steadied this locker room. Vince was the voice of reason, and Vince helped navigate Trae through just the stardom. Like, you know, okay, you're becoming a star-like guy, but you have to do this, and this. Without Vince, now you kind of got these guys. I mean, they kind of winging it. You got to have that OG. I always look at the Miami Heat and what Udonis Haslem really means to that team. I mean, you just got to have guys like that to kind of put everybody in their place. And so where I enjoyed DeJounte's post-game presence, because the one thing DeJounte always talks about, team, and we got to do this to get to that. We got to do this to get to that. And like these other guys are just kind of like, I'm not gonna say they caught up in the moment, but it's like, do they really understand the levels of the NBA? Because we witnessed it. We watched all of the, we watched the ascension of the Bulls. We watched the ascension of all these different teams, and you got to take these lumps to get here. You got to understand these lessons to get to that next level. We don't have a guy, so our guys are learning on the run, in so many words, but at the same time, it's almost like they don't get it. They don't get it, and we're gonna miss this opportunity. And all of a sudden, we're gonna become one of those teams that's not a consistent. When we made that run, we was like almost okay. We've arrived. We're gonna consistently be a top 5 seed in the East, maybe top 4, because we had what we thought at the time. I mean, we got a up and coming superstar in Trey who maybe can carry us, and maybe it don't seem that way.
Yep, and that's the crazy thing too, man. And shout out to our guy Schmitty, man. Welcome to the thing, man. And we were talking about, I don't know what you can get for Trey. We're not wanting to trade Trey. We want Trey to have that hunger again, because I think I still love what he did for the city. But I look at the past few years since Trey had been there, and look at the top of the East. It's the same teams, man. So it's still Milwaukee.
It's Boston.
It's still Boston.
It's Boston.
It's still
the Philadelphia.
Yep. And then you let a team come out of nowhere like Cleveland and take a spot that was supposedly supposed to be
ours, because you got Cleveland. I mean, you got Milwaukee, Boston, and Philly. That's the top tier. And we should have been right. We should have been right there, because if Trey don't hurt his ankle, I still say the Hawks beat Milwaukee, because we want a heater. Yeah, we want a whole heater.
Yeah, but every team they have the same nucleus. They've gotten every team that kept their nucleus together, man.
Yeah,
are at the top 3 seeds. We're supposedly kept John around. We kept Trey. We kept all these guys around to keep our nucleus. And yeah, we do have, but the nucleus is still. We got rid of Herder. We got rid of some guys we didn't think. We still got John. We still got Trey.
Yeah,
we still got Bogdanovich, who was coming from last.
Bogey.
So all these guys were supposed to be able to go together, but here we are in the AC, in the play-in game.
We're going to have to play in, right?
And I'm looking at the teams, but even Brooklyn is the 6th seed, and they lost everything. Brooklyn lost everything. They just brought some good pieces together, put them on that team, and they're in the 6th seed right now.
They gave away Kyrie, Durant, and the beard, Harden.
Yeah,
man.
And they are 6th seed. Ben Simmons is a 6th seed right now. I'm sorry.
Well, not being Simmons. I mean, he just collecting the check. He talking about he got another injury out here in these streets. So nah.
I just put that out there. I know, Ben. You ain't really.
I know you being petty. You make sure you petted me to still work. It still work. Yo, your petty not going nowhere, my boy.
I had tested out.
Yeah, your petty not going nowhere. Well, speaking of petty, let's keep it in the NBA. This Draymond Green guy, Mr. New Media. So he's out here basically saying that, hey, if y'all put a restriction on the number of games guys play and guys can't win awards, like if you don't play 65 games, then you can't be eligible MVP. You're gonna have bums. He said, but he kept using it. You're gonna have bums that's gonna be winning MVP. They're gonna be first team, second team, third team all NBA. And we do know NBA, depending on like you can get max deals if you're first, second team. Your thoughts on Mr. New Media Draymond Green basically saying, hey, guys shouldn't have to play more than 65 games to get awards. Your thoughts on Draymond Green, my boy?
I'm trying to do a calculation right now, but I can't find my calculator. They not asking. They basically say what 80% of the games we want you to play. That's what we want you to play to get it. Draymond said if a guy gets
we're not asking much. We're not asking much.
You know, because he said if you get first team NBA and you are a bum, you can't get first team NBA scoring 6 points a game. That means you putting up 20, 25 points. You killing the boards. You doing some things because you are balling that season. You ain't trying to. The first team NBA ain't lifetime achievement awards. That's what you're doing in that season. So the NBA say we are not just going to start giving guys who play 41 games awards. And I had to think about that for a minute. I was like, okay. And Draymond was like, you don't want to start getting bummed because then if you give a bum the first team NBA, then you will start seeing that they will get big max money. Okay. That's what they supposed to do. You played at first team NBA. That means you were durable. You had good stats. You played hard. And probably your team is winning if you played that way throughout the season. I think Draymond was trying to fight because these guys have got the load management thing down packed. They get a little twins. They take a couple of weeks off. Then they come back and say, hey, we still the best player. We want our money. That's not – the NBA knew – because at the end of the day, the NBA say we're risking our fans not coming to games because if I got a ticket to see Golden State one time a year in Atlanta or LeBron or the Phoenix Suns or whoever, one time a year, and because they may have a twin they don't want to play. Now, me as a fan, I got to start making a decision. Am I going to pay to go see these guys if I know they ain't going to be playing?
And you paying a good penny. Paying a good penny. It's not cheap. It's not cheap to go to NBA game. It's not.
Yeah, and if he's going to keep saying this, that's fine, Draymond. You ain't got to play. Just don't expect to be getting – and he's trying to be in favor of the player because he knows, and he said it in his comments, that if you get first-team NBA, if you win these awards, that gets you a big payday down the road. And that's what these guys –
That's how you get your max money. That's how the NBA guys get max money.
So they want to get paid, but they want to make sure they can take some breaks off. Let me just say this, and I'll put this on record, and I'll say it on anything I have. I hate that we made the NBA about championships. I hate it. I hate the MVPs. I hate the GOAT arguments. How many drinks? I hate it.
Yeah.
Because we've taken away from 82 games a season.
We've
taken it away from 82 games. I enjoyed Charles Barkley. I enjoyed those years because I knew they was going to play 82 games if they could. Right. But now these guys are like, the only thing that matters is the playoffs. That's it. That's what y'all told us. We don't care what you do with your career. If you ain't got no ring, it don't matter. Yeah. So guess what? Why am I playing 82 games? Are we going to get in the playoffs? Yep. Okay. I play when the playoffs come. Yeah. It sucks. It's terrible. It's horrible. But when we talk about ring, and we got these media guys, ring, this is why he didn't go. Stop it. Yeah. I want to be able to see 82 games. What did he do in his career? LeBron ain't going to have to worry about that record being broke because cats ain't playing with 50 games a year anyway.
Yeah.
So you ain't going to do nothing.
And guys not going to play. They ain't going to play 20 years, Glaze. They're not going to have the longevity that LeBron has had. They not.
Yeah. And look, here's the thing that, Smitty, you say that, but this will be the first season in a long time that no team will have 60 wins.
Ain't that crazy?
There will be no 60-win team in 2022.
Yeah.
2023. Yeah. Because we don't play every day. We got injuries. We got that. There will be no 60-win team this year unless Philly wins, the last two games? And they make Milwaukee. Milwaukee wins the last two games. They win 60. But there will be no 60-win team because teams aren't – offense is ridiculous these days. Everybody running to the hole and having fun. But until we make the regular season like in the NFL, the 16 games, 17 games, that things matter, baby. You're going to watch every game. Everybody trying to get that check. And plus, you only get them check every 2 weeks, right? So you going to play your butt off the weeks there.
Yeah, they out here like they got a 9 to 5. They out here like Death Row Records, baby.
And what the NFL stands for, not for long, baby. Because you can be replaced the next day, man. So that's my thing, man. I just hate that, we've got to this point where we said that the only thing matters is championship. Yeah. No, it don't, man. It's 82 games. You start in October, November. That's a long time. Don't finish to June. I can't, and now I gotta take breaks because I don't know if you playing, you tweak your ankle. He ain't gonna play that week. He hurt his back. He ain't gonna play that week because it's all about trying to get a ring. That's all that matters. That's the only thing that matters. Playoffs is the only time they play full steam. Yeah. And that's crazy to me, man. But that's where we are right now.
And to piggyback on that, Glaze, we've allowed so many non-athletes, the Nick Wrights of the world, mofos who ain't never like ran a sprint, like you ain't never ran a suicide of your life nowhere, and y'all letting them tell you that he got to play, he got to have a ring. We're letting people disrespect Charles Barkley. Like Charles Barkley is better than so many mofos who got a ring, but y'all got mofos out here like Draymond talking about some man. Charles ain't nobody. What? Y'all got mofos like KD out here like disrespecting Charles Barkley. Like, dude, when you gonna win one on dog? You had to run to a team that was already loaded. Like, dog, they didn't need you.
Put a prime Charles Barkley on those Golden State teams,
bruh.
What happened?
Right.
What happened?
What are we doing?
Put Charles Barkley on those a prime Phoenix early Sixers Charles Barkley on them Golden State teams. It ain't even a question what happens with those teams. And first, Middlebrooks, man. Hey, Middlebrooks, leave. Don't hurt. Quit talking about Wiggins, man. He's hurt right now. He got some things going on in his life, man. We ain't gonna shame Middlebrooks for his pain. We're not gonna do that. Andrew Wiggins is going through some things, and we're not doing that, Middlebrooks. But anyway, I'm sorry, man. I'm not doing that, Middlebrooks.
Jerry, stop that, Middlebrooks. Stop that. But the crazy part is, I mean, and the Skip Baylesses of the world and all these different people. Again, I'm gonna keep telling y'all this. The GOAT conversation is so dumb. Like, no, people argue that bull crap every day because again,
it's ratings.
If you ask my dad don't think LeBron or Jordan the GOAT. If you ask my uncle, it's Big O, it's Kareem, it's all those guys. Our generation, we think, and that's why Glaze will tell y'all, I use greatest of my era, GOME. It's no GOAT. It's only one GOAT in the world, everybody. That's Jerry Rice. It's undisputed Jerry Rice the GOAT. It's undisputed. Undisputed. Everybody else.
Let's keep it going.
It's errors.
Hey, let's keep it going, Mason. I want to ask you about this. You talked about the media. I want to talk about the media a little bit now because I'm getting a little frustrated. First of all, I'm talking as a dad right now to all y'all media, and I hope this goes viral to anybody, to the Keith Overman, the guy at Barstool Sports. The next time you come out one of our little queens out their names, I hope to see you in person.
I'm a bust in the jaw. We be in the same place. I'm a bust in the jaw.
That was crazy to call that girl an ass, to call her all these names. Talking about she's stupid. How dare you talk about this young lady because she, was in a game and first, talking trash. First of all, that tell me y'all ain't never been on no court.
Nowhere.
Or no field because that happened. Caitlin Clark was giving it. She got it done. When you give it, you better be ready to receive it. Trust me. Make sure what happened to you.
I got knocked out a whole game, y'all. I got knocked out a whole game because I taunted little buddy from Alabama A&M, and he told me, I'm going to get you. And he put me to sleep.
That's what happens. If you talk the trash, expect the repercussions.
You have to bring that up, Glaze.
I still remember my high school day. This little safety was talking trash. I got him one time. He waited till the fourth quarter. He got me back. That's what happened.
He snuck you.
He snuck me. I ran. I couldn't play no more the rest of the game. I ran after the dude the whole game. Coach took me out the field, said, "You ain't in the game." Nah, coach, he snuck me. That one, I don't appreciate that. That's what happens between the lines.
Glaze, I thought I swallowed my mouthpiece, Glaze. All I was looking for my mouthpiece. Hey, I scored touchdown on Buddy and hit him with the ball. He say, 2, I'm gonna get you.
Oh, we saw it. Hey, that makes you still out there on the field. Yeah, they got him.
Y'all, I delayed the game for 10 minutes, dog.
Go get him, coach. That Maceo, that 2.
Hey, not only Glaze, I was laid on the bird at the 50-yard line. I was just laid out like this, y'all.
Oh man,
I thought I swallowed my mouthpiece.
If you talk trash, Maceo, you better be ready for the repercussions, man.
No,
Iris, come on, man.
You
Iris,
have to. You have to. But to that point, Glaze, and I'm glad. Shout out to Caitlin Clark. I'm glad she came and kind of was like, hey, listen, I have no problem with Angel Reese. That's part of the game. And so many people. So you know how we do, Glaze. I always can tell, and this go back to what I keep telling y'all. We're letting non-athletes, we're letting we're letting clowns dictate like the conversation.
Sports people.
Nobody had anybody who ran a gasser, anybody who's been an athlete had no problem with what Angel Reese did, good or bad. Now I'm gonna say this, and Natasha Cloud, shout out to Natasha Cloud. She's the point guard for the Washington Mystics. That's my dog.
We know that.
Yeah, I know, but I had to, I had to remind people. So she talked about how, because she was at the Women's Final Four, she talked about all weekend how the Iowa fans were just, and this Iowa, we talk about everybody. The Iowa fans really felt some kind of way, and she was like, the Iowa fans made it so uncomfortable in the arena because once they took down South Carolina, they felt like the Natty was already theirs, but they had such an entitlement because, again, they had at the time Caitlin Clark, listen, she was the reason a lot of people watched. She was getting all of the headlines, and I talked about this earlier, Glaze. Yeah. She had become the great white hype, and nothing more they wanted to see than a white girl,
the all-white team,
be the best team in America. Because, listen, y'all know this. We've been owning basketball for a long time. Don Staley and crew, Gino Auriemma, all his team, mostly black. They had 1-2 white girls. Yeah. But for the most part, we've dominated sport. And to have a Caitlin Clark be the best player, listen, she deserved National Player of the Year. No doubt about it.
Yeah, she's a baller.
But Angel Reese and that LSU staff, they got dogs.
And like you said, make sure they can say what they want to. There was a reason there were 9.9 million people watching. It's because they had a team that looked like the heartland of America. They were all from Iowa. This is Iowa team. But let me tell you the difference between dogs and people that don't play. I guarantee you, Caitlin Clark went home and put up 1,000 shots that same night when she saw it.
She knows.
I guarantee you, Caitlin Clark got it on rewind. She watched that film 1,000 times.
No, she knows.
Come back to play.
She knows.
Come back to play. She's coming back next year like, I'm coming for it. I want everything that's owed to me. You about to get all these points. You about to get these hands in y'all face.
Y'all gonna get that. Y'all gonna get it. And that's the Tony Yayo, y'all. There's not no John Cena. Yeah. Tony Yayo made that popular. Y'all stop.
And even John Cena said it on Jimmy Fallon. I got it from Yayo.
I got it from Tony Yayo.
Yeah, but Caitlin Clark.
Where my spinning chain when I need it, Glaze? Where my spinning chain when I need it?
Caitlin Clark coming back hungry. She taking that. If you're a great player, you take that thing, what she did to you, and you come back ready to go. You say, all right, I saw what we could do.
Hold on. Time out. Iris Hector, shame on you for bringing up Jimmy Reed. Shame on you for bringing up Jimmy Reed.
I saw that Jimmy Reed, and I was like, I ain't saying nothing about Jimmy Reed. Jimmy Reed might still come hit me now. I don't want nothing to do with Jimmy Reed.
Jimmy Reed had the ugliest face mask ever. I've never seen a guy face mask so ugly. Now, we took advantage of Jimmy Reed because Jimmy Reed couldn't cover. But if Jimmy Reed saw you and you didn't see him, ask me how I know.
This is the 90s, guys, where there wasn't no soft. You can't. Jimmy Reed might kill you on mistake.
Ask me how I know.
Yo. It was Jimmy Reed and Tyrone Poole. They were covering everything. Jimmy Reed couldn't cover. Now, he couldn't do cover 2 for nothing. but he couldn't cover two.
Jimmy Reed had a face mask. I mean, it like a ugly cage, and all I remember, Jimmy Reed had a dagger on his arm. Jimmy Reed probably went to the military for about 8 years and then decided he was gonna play college football. But Jimmy Reed was a killer. I hate that. Shame on you, Jimmy, for bringing up Jimmy Reed. Now I ain't gonna be able to go to sleep tonight because I'm gonna have Jimmy Reed nightmares.
I ain't even play on offense. I was scared of Jimmy Reed. Like, hey man, I don't want nothing to do with him. He won, and Jimmy Reed about 5'8", 170, was knocking everybody out of it.
Jimmy Reed say, run that wheel right one more time. I'm gonna kill you.
And you got Tyrone Poole just coming because he knew you got past him, you gonna die. So he was like, you gonna die behind me because Jimmy gonna hit you. I bet Jimmy's still taking lunch money for no reason. He still go around taking people lunch, buddy.
Jimmy Reed hit me so hard on Fort Valley sideline. I was looking around like, Ralph. He's like, you scared of Jimmy Reed too?
He said the ref was like, hey man, I ain't throwing that flag. You crazy?
Hey, man, I'm out of bounds.
He said, you still walking, ain't you?
Me and Jimmy Reed, Facebook friend, Jimmy Reed. I don't mean nothing by this, Jimmy Reed. I don't mean nothing by this, Jimmy Reed. Number 39, Fort Valley. I don't mean nothing by this.
39, come on, boy. We were like, is he playing today? Yeah, Jimmy playing. Jimmy don't do nothing but play. That's what he do.
I said, Jimmy, why your face man so ugly? Hey, pretty boy, I'm gonna get you. Yes, sir.
Yeah, we don't. Hey, Marlon, we don't call him Jimmy. We don't call him Reed. We say it all one name, Jimmy Reed. That's how you say it, like a pimp name slip back. You say Jimmy Reed, because that's how we called him. That's who we knew. You call Poole, you call players, it was Jimmy Reed. You said
Jimmy Reed was a killer, y'all. Ask anybody who played in the SIAC and who done got hit by 30. Jared Middlebrook done got hit by 39. I know he have. Yeah, man. Whatever. But yeah, Glaze, back to LSU, Caden Clark. Yeah, but everybody blew that all out of proportion. And I was so glad that she finally, took the time to clear that up. Yeah. Listen, that's part of the game, y'all. You talk trash. If you can give it, Maceo Hurst you tell me all the time. If you give it, you gotta be able to take it, man. And I know Kenneth Dunbar, he gonna bring this up somewhere. He hit that home run off me. I know it. I'm talking trash. He hit a home run off me. The next time he came up the bat, I ain't wasting not one pitch. I hit him square dead and hit back. I was aiming for his ribs. I ain't throw the ball nowhere near the catcher's mitt. I threw it right at his back. He turned. Listen, I was aiming for his ribs. Full seam fastball. Ask him. We laugh about it all the time.
He didn't throw no curve. You need to wave him off. You like,
I was looking at him on deck the whole time. I struck out better in front of him with 3 straight fastballs. I knew the 4th fastball was going in his back. It's going to his ribs, but he turned his back. So yeah, this shit got to take it.
Make sure the one time, my fastest time ever. I was a little slimmer back in the day running the track. I was at Elberton, Georgia, playing with these guys, and I was sitting in the 5th lane up here chilling, make sure looking around, and everybody in the lane with me was talking about what place you getting, first or second. I say, hello, I'm right here. I ran 90 meters. I was so far ahead, the last 10 meters I did like this all the way across. I got disqualified, but I didn't care, Maceo. At that time, I wanted to give him the business because you talk the trash, you better be able to back it up. And I told him, I said, and this got me kicked out the meet almost, I said, how my jersey look from behind? And he said, I almost got him to fight in Elberton, but that's how it was, though. You talk the trash, you got to be able to give it to him. Anyway, Maceo, what you got for us, man?
So I got to ask you about this, Glaze, because it's Masters weekend. You're still going viral for. You probably asked Tiger Woods one of the greatest questions ever. You made Tiger pause and hesitate, and then You probably one of the only people that got true eye contact from Tiger Woods. Will we ever see Tiger Woods hoist a major trophy again?
With Tiger, you can't say never.
Mm-hmm.
You can't. But I think that car accident hurt him worse than we know.
Yeah.
I think it took. I mean, he shot a 74 today, which
Right.
is still good for
Right.
Tiger.
Not
And he
bad.
hasn't
Not
played
bad.
a lot
Not bad.
over the last.
Right.
He hasn't played a lot since the whole incident happened.
Right.
I don't want to say never with Tiger because I thought we weren't going to see what he did a few years ago when we were killing him. He ran a nice little run back then.
Right.
So I won't say never because golf, you can adjust your game and you can do that as long as you got power. Tiger's still powerful. He still got the swing. But I think that car accident was a little harder than we think it was.
Yeah.
It was hurt. He was surgery on legs and backs.
Yeah. So it's a blessing for him to be here. It's a blessing for him to be here.
Dang, hey, Middlebrook named the whole secondary. Joe Best, Dwayne Grace, Poole, and Jimmy Reed.
Hey, man, listen real quick. Joseph Best was better than Tyrone Poole, y'all. Listen, as the young boys say, no cap. Joseph Buddy Best led America in interceptions, y'all. Listen to what I'm trying to tell y'all. He didn't run 4.3 like Tyrone Poole. He wasn't no track jump. But Joseph Buddy Best, y'all, real quick story. I know I killed Joseph Buddy Best on the comeback route. Dude, at the last second, all I see is the little blue glove coming to the picture. Not to the west. Where he come from? Y'all, Joseph Buddy Best was that deal, y'all. He was that deal. You're right, Middlebrook. You're right. Yeah.
What's up, Raphael? Good job, man, at the NCAA Final Four, boy. I see you out
there. Shout out to Raphael, man. Raphael.
Doing his thing, man.
Real quick, Raphael. Hey, I ain't had to go to Portland to get them Jordans. I got them. I got the He Got games.
Y'all crazy. I don't even know what they are, man. I don't even know what that is. I can't get my shoe. I don't know what shoe game is. I'm just happy I got my other thing. I got my shoes. Make sure I'm gonna finish with this, man. Dang, that was a quick hour, man. We got to keep doing
quick,
this
dog.
Week. We'll be back. Y'all will see us back every week, man. It's your time, man. This is why you one of the best in the business. Baseball is here, man. Braves are off to a great start. Maceo, how are you feeling right now? And what are your early projections, bruh? What are your early projections for this season, sir?
So, baseball is back. It's a beautiful thing. I got caught in Braves traffic today. It's lit. As the youngest say, it's litty. It's lit up at the Battery. This Braves baseball team, if we can get the pitching together, this is going to be a special season. I really think this. I truly think this. If Ronald Acuna can stay healthy, Ronald Acuna is going to be very special this season. I kind of watched him in spring training. I follow his Instagram and he be on the Twitter from time to time. Ronald Acuna is locked in and he's focused, man. I think he's kind of surveyed and see what's going on in Major League. And I think he understands he's one of the true talents. I think there's going to be a season he's going to put it together. And now that we got this pitch clock and all this stuff, I think we're going to see him still. I think Ronald Acuna is going to be a 40-40 guy this year. I think he's going to hit 40 homers. I think he's going to have 40 stolen bases. I think he's going to have a
MVP.
special. It's going to be close. It's going to be close because it's a guy up there in New York. Then it's this guy out there in L.A. who is helping his own cause. He pitching, and then he's driving in runs for himself. He's helping his cause. His name is Shohei Ohtani. That guy's a freak. He's a freak now. I really wish he would get out of LA because we don't get to enjoy him. Like we ruined all the great years of Mike Trout. Y'all keep telling me Mike Trout is the best player in baseball, and all I know I just got a Mike Trout jersey because because it's first of all the Angels gear is fresh, but y'all keep telling Mike Trout the best player in baseball. How we know? We don't get to see him.
We don't see nobody but
Well,
Yankees and Red Sox on TV.
Raphael, you're right. Acuna is having fun. I do believe this Braves season is going to be very special. I hate that we got rid of your guy.
So.
I hate that. What's pretty boy name? Your guy, Dansby Swanson. Dansby, why you in Chicago?
Don't even feel right. Right.
Raphael, I know you're happy about that, Raphael. I know you're happy about that because you're a Chicago guy. But Raphael, you like the White Sox. You don't. You like the White Sox. You don't like the Cubs. Stop that. I'm very interested in see what the Braves do this season. For some reason, it feels like the evil empire just gonna be the evil empire, the Yankees. You know, I listen, Glad. I hope and pray, Lord. Let me hope and pray that Shohei don't end up in New York, either with the Mets or the Yankees. But that he gonna end up when the Angels decide they can't pay him. He's gonna end up in New York, either one of those teams, or LA with the Dodgers. And I'm gonna be so sick. I mean, this guy's gonna Glade. This guy gonna be worth $400 million, man.
Yeah, ain't but a few teams can pay him. Then that's what you just mentioned,
right?
And I would say that for my Braves, though, he had a great spring. I'm expecting Olsen to come out this year at first base and have that year that I think it's his position. Freeman's had 2 years; he's gone. I really think you're going to see a big year from that infield, and even the guy that's replacing that second base, I think he can third, shortstop. This may be one of the best batting lineups you've seen in the Braves in a while. Pitching is the only fear, and we talked about that. But we got to get
Ozuna to start hitting. Ozuna,
hey
Ozuna, hit the ball.
Yeah, man. And that's our show, man.
Welcome back, Emmanuel EGlaze.
And we had some horror stories about Jimmy Reed. Not everybody. I still picture him today, May, with the
ugliest face mask in football. Ugliest face mask in football. Hey, you know what'd be so crazy now? He used to listen. Me and Jimmy Reed. I mean, he used to just be like, "Man, why you so pretty? Why you so pretty? Why you so pretty?" He say, "Hey, you know I'm gonna ruin all that." I say, Jimmy Reed, let me tell you something. Don't hit me today, please. Like, please don't hit me. But somehow he found a way to take an old cheap shot at me. Maybe because of my tights. You know what I'm saying? Definitely the black spat game. Listen, we're gonna cover the women's football league, Iris. Just because you're our guy, me and Iris were rooks together. So me and Iris, we came in together. Old Hector Clark Central finest. We will cover women's football. Glaze, you got one job, Glaze. You need to find out how can we cover those guys.
We got inside, man. We got our
Glaze. Listen, Glaze. I don't be want to say stuff like that, Glaze, because people gonna be like, hey, see, they don't talk about you the way they talk about me. You know what I'm saying? Because you're the humble one. Yeah, me on the other hand, I be walking around here, you know what I'm saying, just saying anything, and it's my fault. It's my fault. No, my fault.
Yeah, that's where we going with this, man. Hey guys, thank y'all for following us, man. We're gonna have the replays out. Make sure y'all check us out. We're gonna be on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter. We back here every Thursday, man, because we missed y'all. We missed you guys, man. Make sure talk y'all all the time. Make sure he big time, but I'm back.
No, I'm not, man. I'm really just a guy trying to figure out how can I get my next pair of sneakers. That's all I am. That's all I am. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my plug out in Oregon.
Hey, David. He also got the tie, like you know how the CEOs do it when they pull the tie down after they
when it's time to go. So listen, y'all. Let me tell y'all this before we go. I've been in this shirt and tie so long. I said, you know what? It's crazy because I was going to actually change clothes before the show, but then I was like, everybody got so many jokes about me wearing t-shirts and hoodies all the time. I say, you know what? I'm gonna start dressing up more. Don't
I
believe
got this
that.
on thinking we are gonna be ready, but he
Yeah.
come in with the shirt tie. I didn't know what to do.
Listen,
I didn't know what
Glaze.
to do.
Don't believe that, but for today, yeah. Now, next week, y'all already know what I'm gonna have on that week. Y'all already know what I'm wearing next week.
He come with the shade.
Hat turned sideways. Yeah, I mean, y'all know I do, but everybody has so many jokes about me wearing a shirt and tie. So I said, you know what? I'm gonna run the string out. But baby, I'm gonna take this off. I'm gonna take all of it off. I still got on slacks and everything.
Hey man, thank you guys. We gonna see y'all later, man. Have a
Welcome back, Glaze.
right this weekend, man. Thank you guys.
Welcome back, Emmanuel Glaze. Have fun with Philadelphia tomorrow. Don't you trip up Embiid. I got to tell everybody the story how you almost caused Zion Williamson to get another injury, but that's another story for another day.
Big old feet. But anyway, that ain't my fault. Between him and Thomas Davis, man, I'm almost gonna get some. We're gonna tell you, we got.
Thomas Davis gonna beat Glaze up, y'all.
That ain't my fault. I ain't saying nothing to Thomas. Thomas getting all in my face. Talking about you a Falcon fan. Yeah, man, I'm a Falcon fan. What you gonna do? All right, man. See, make you get me mad, y'all. I'm gone.